Hey folks, in this video we're going to talk about the questions you need to consider if you are interested in starting a business or if you've already started your business but it's not taking off the way that you want it to. So get a pen and paper and I want you to use this video, pause, play so that you can write the answers to these questions down in your business. Because ultimately what this is going to help you do, it's going to help you better create or craft a marketing message. Even if you use a firm or a company like mine to write your marketing message, they're going to ask you these questions. Okay, so consider thinking about what these question answers are. Yeah, all right, let's get into it. Okay, so of course, what is your business idea? What is it? Is the product or service that you're putting out into the marketplace? The second thing is, what problem are you solving? Okay. And I find with a lot of business owners, particularly new business owners, I don't think they're even clear on the problem that they're solving. Okay. Just because when they give their elevator pitch, it's super broad and it doesn't allow the customer to raise their hand and say, oh, I think I can use this. So really think about the problem that you're solving so that you can convey that that's the problem that you're solving in your marketing message. But more importantly, you got to think about, who are you solving this problem for? Who is it that has this problem? Fun fact, it is not everybody. Okay. I know a lot of business owners say, well, anyone can buy my product. Anyone can buy my service. And in theory, yeah, but that's not how it works, particularly if you have to do marketing. You want your customer to hear it and say, oh, that sounds like me. I can identify with this company or this person. I really want to work with them. All of those things. They can't do that if your marketing message is super, super general. Okay. Now, let's consider this now. And if you attended a training from me before, you know I beat this one in your head because it's really, how do you find your target market? And I encourage you to kind of take a step back and think about your large and your favorite tech companies. Okay, let's just take a walk for a minute and think about that. Let's just look at Amazon. Amazon started off selling books. Now you can buy almost anything you want from Amazon, but it started off selling books. Largest tech company. Let's look at Google. When Google first started off, it started off on one college campus. It did not attempt to do search for all universities. It did it for one college campus. Okay, then it expanded. Let's look at Apple. When I was going to school, no one had an Apple computer. The only people who used Apple were like graphic design artists, and it wasn't that many when I was going to school. It was 20 years ago. There weren't a lot of people using it. And if you know anything about Apple's story, you would understand from where they've come, they've experienced, losing everything, to starting all over, to changing doing everything. And now they're a large company. So think about how these large companies started off niche and then they expanded. So that is not too good for you. You have to start off niche too. And I know many entrepreneurs don't want to hear this, but it's the truth. And look at it just in the way that it happened. Even look at Facebook, or Meta, now that's called Meta. It started off on one college campus. It created an online community for one college campus initially, and then it spread it. So I want you to think about, are you being specific enough with your customers and making it clear that you serve this audience? Because if you're not, that is the reason why it's not taken off. One of the reasons why it could not be taken off the way that you want it to, okay? So now I want you to consider the companies that are solving this problem. If you have a situation where you're not the only company providing this service, so for example, there's a bunch of different computer companies, there are a bunch of different scheduling companies, there's a bunch of different lingerie companies, there's a bunch of different companies, period, okay? So you don't have to worry about being another version of some type of service or product. Now, you do want to know what companies are already solving the problem, and maybe what are some of the deficiencies, or what are some of the things that you can do better, because this leads into the next question that you need to answer, and you need to write this answer down. How will you specifically solve it uniquely? Okay, and that's going to be important in your marketing message. When there's so many choices that people can make, why should they pick you specifically? Write this down, because this is going to help you convey that to your customer. How are you going to make money solving this problem? Are you going to do consulting? Are you going to do a group class? Are you going to sell a guide? Are you going to go in physically to a location and fix it? What is the service or product that you're going to offer to actually solve the problem? Okay. Next, What are the potential objections? Now, this is a super important one. There's going to be a lot of cases that people may want to do business with you, but they don't get to speak to you directly. It might be on your website, it may be on your copy, it can be on any ads that you have. And when they can't speak to you directly, there's a variety of reasons why they didn't convert. But if you don't consider what the potential objections can be, then that means you can't address that to the population that may not have the opportunity to speak with you. So let's say price is one of the potential objections for your business, okay? Maybe they think the price is too expensive, all right? So if the price is too expensive, then it's your job, not your customers. It is your job for you to show the value of where the person is currently not having this service or product and where they will be in the future and how your product helps with that. That is super important when you are handling objections or communicating in marketing that doesn't allow you to talk to the customer. What this also does is if you go through the process and consider what could be the possible objections, you can possibly fix any issues before they even come up. So write down, if you were a customer, taking yourself out of your shoes, okay? If you were the customer, what are some things that will make you not want to buy this? Write it down. And next we have, and this may be one of the most important things you can do, and this is, how will you prove you can solve it? And so I want you to think about this as it relates to content marketing and all the things that you see. If you are on social media or on search engines and you're looking to have a problem solved, you want to see some evidence that the company can do it. That could be testimonials, that can be their portfolio, that can be content that they put online. You want to have some proof that this company can do it when you're shopping. So when your potential customer is shopping, don't you think they're looking for the same thing? It is not enough for you to just put up a pretty picture of yourself and say you do this service. No, you need to show how you do it. You need to educate your customer as to what an experience with you is going to look like. So how are you going to prove that you solve it? You can distribute this in various social channels. If you're not new to my channel, you know I got a series of videos that talk about marketing and online, living abroad, all of that. I am proving to you that I know how to do it. So I want you to think about in your business, how are you going to demonstrate that you know how to solve the problem? I would recommend doing it in video. And that can be something like a tutorial. If you have a software, show them how to use it free on your website. If you are doing free consultations, put that in a limit as to how long you're going to be doing that as far as time frame. But think about the ways you can show an audience that has not worked with you what it looks like to work with you and what it looks like for you to solve their problem. Okay, so again, let's just recap. Okay, what is your business idea? What problem are you solving? Who has the problem? It is not everybody. Who are the companies solving it? How will you solve it uniquely? How will you make money solving it? What are your potential objections? How will you prove? So if you want to do this live, let me know in the comments if it'll be helpful if we just do a live event and you can answer these questions and we'll work it out together if you find yourself struggling answering these questions independently, okay? So I'm here to help. All right, until next time.